What's up, guys? Today, as you might be able to tell, is a snow day in Georgia, and that basically means we're in a state of emergency. So Bethany and I are gonna do just a quick little video, and we're gonna do it in the bag mostly, but then we're gonna give you a quick tour of what our house looks like on the inside. And right now, this is what it looks like on the outside. So we're gonna go inside, give you guys quick little tour, and then I'm going to update you on what I'm throwing on the 2026 season. So here we go. We're not used to snow. No. Anyway, this is a entryway, Robinson's. We got the living room, the hand painting of Montana. This is living room. That is an interesting picture on that TV right now. The dining room with Jed's swing. We got this Explorer that just came in off of Whatnot. Bethany's favorite part, the birch tree.
No, you're joking.
Taxes right there. But some of these pictures are actually some of my favorite. We got these postcards from Estonia and just framed them, and they're a perfect little picture frame. Got the pull-up bar. Bethany's been working on the pull-ups. We got the kitchen with the coffee and pantry right there. We got the backyard covered in snow right now. So. And then Bethany, what's your favorite part about the kitchen?
Oh, I think my favorite part is...
Yes, that is where we've all traveled. So, fridge full of magnets.
Yeah, it's good memories.
Very fun memories. I like the window seat in the kitchen. That's probably my favorite part because we put our recycles there.
That's the ugly part. My least favorite part of the kitchen.
And now we're heading downstairs for the main event, the in the bag. What am I throwing for 2026? We got the disc golf room with all the trophies. This is something I've really been working on, the card collection. Really into Brixton cards, unfortunately. They're super cool. But we got these disc shelves that my dad actually built, hold all the discs. All right, so first off, we're going to still be putting with the crowns for this year. That may switch in the middle of the season, but for now, it's going to be crowns. Just love these in the zero medium, or I guess the BT medium, plastic and West Side. We got two of my favorite discs. We got the zero medium Orbit Cenis. These are my signature series from 2025, and I just love these pink and blue colors. Love this disc. This is one of my favorite discs that I first threw with Latitude, and just feel super, super confident with this one in all ranges of approaches. So bagging two, one is really beat in and one is newer. So it has a little bit more stability. Next, we got this harp, this West Side harp from the Matty O signature series that Robert Burridge actually gave me. And it's making the bag so far. These are super nice, super flat, and very overstable. Then we got two anvils in the bag. One is for backhands, backhand approaches, and this is the tournament plastic. I don't know West Side plastic that well. But then we got this Nico anvil, which these are super sick, puddle top, and I really like it for forehand approaches. And don't throw it a lot backhand because it's so concave, but for forehands it feels very, very comfortable. All right, now we got the mid-ranges. We got one Verdict in the bag. This was in the bag last year, and it's still in the bag for this year. So this one's beating in to where I can get it to go straight, slight turn, and then it finishes with a reliable fade. So that one's in the bag for sure. We got some fairway drivers here. This one actually is one of my favorites. I picked up from a used bin, and you can see a lot of people have had it, but this is a Gold Line Fury, and this is just perfect for those roller shots. just quick flip roller that actually goes pretty far for like a 6-speed. So it's one of my favorite roller discs in my bag. Next up, we have 3 different Explorers. If you guys have been following my Latitude journey, the Explorer is by far top 3 favorite disc. I bagged 3 different ones that are all different flights. So this one is pretty flippy and flat because it's just super beat. We got this one that is a lot more glidey, but still has that understable kind of right turn as you throw it. But this one goes sneaky far. And Jed's crying, of course. So he's been sleeping for hours, and then as soon as we film a video. But we got this Glimmer Opto X Emerson Keith run. This one is more overstable and can really handle a lot of torque. We're gonna pause on that and see if we can help Jed. So we'll be right back. All right, we got Jed calmed down, so we're gonna hopefully continue here. We got this Getaway. This is a Fusion X Getaway that I put in my bag for Champions Cup last year, and it really I kind of fell in love with it. So it's nice and stiff. You get a lot of turn out of it. It's one of my understable, I would say 9 speeds that I really like. Next up, we probably have my favorite disc in the Latitude lineup. It's real close between the Cetus, the Explorer, and the Honor. I bagged 2 Honors at all times. We got this one that was dyed for me by Dr. Disc Dyes, and he sent it to me when I first signed with Latitude, and it has just never left my bag. This one is just such a, I was gonna say manipulatable, but that's a big word. You can really throw any line with this disc. It's beat in, and I just love it. It's one that if I am really trusting a shot, like I'm gonna pull out, or feeling confident, or even scared about a shot, I'll pull out this one because it is my just go-to fairway driver. And then I bag a new one just for that added stability, and then they beat in just perfect. So bag 2 Honors and 3 Explorers at all times. Then we got 2 Felons. This one has been in my bag since the start of last year, and it is still just as overstable as it was at the beginning. So this one I use mostly for forehands or really windy days. This one I actually found, this is a Connor O'Reilly signature series with, I believe, his signature on the rim there. But I found it at a Play It Again Sports in Georgia, like in Buford. That was, it was like $10, and it feels pretty money. So this is a new addition to the bag, and it's really great. And now for the drivers, I bag basically 3 drivers at all times. We got this one. This is the Saki Bomb Rive that I bought from Ricky. This one is the one that he beat me with back in 2022 when we were going into a playoff for the DGPT Championships. So this one, you know, he sent it to me when I bought a bunch of discs from him, and it's, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but it's a great disc, and you know, I'm looking forward to beating Ricky with it this year. So next up, we got the Silver Lot Rives. These are just money, especially the blue ones, nice and stiff, very overstable run of Rive that beats into just a really reliable headwind driver, long bomber, really just any kind of shot. That's usually my go-to. And then the Ice Lucid Orbit Ice Enforcer. I swear they put so many words for the plastics. Lucid Ice Orbit Enforcer. This one is just a beefcake, kind of a new addition to the bag. The Enforcer I aced with last year in Estonia went up on the wall, and that was kind of my go-to overstable disc. So this one is kind of taking the place this year. So I have a bunch of these, but the red and white ones, are definitely one of my favorites. And now, the last couple discs are discs that will make my bag depending on the course. So, you know, as we play different courses throughout the season, these discs will be in and out of my bag depending on the course. Typically a wooded course is when I change my bag more because you might be in more unique spots when you're in the woods. So first up we got the Fire prototype. I've really been loving this mid-range. It's definitely a slot that Latitude was missing in the overstable mid-range department. They had the anchor, but that just wasn't really it. So they came out with the Fire, and I think it's been really good. I'm excited to see it in the clear plastic that they just released. I think it's going to be even more overstable. And from what I heard, a little bit flatter too, which is going to be really nice for those forehands or those backhand shots. But Fire is going to be in and out of my bag this year, depending on where we are. And then, of course, the Sweep, which was one of my favorite discs that they came out with last year. Just easy distance with the Sweep. It really holds the turn and goes really far, surprisingly, for a 9-speed. This is one that is usually in my bag for wooded courses where a bit more touchy shots or you might get in weird spots. So the Sweep is my one that's kind of in and out. And then these last two, really this Gavin Rathbun Felon, it's going to be in my bag most of the season probably. I'm going to switch it out with the Connor O'Reilly Felon. It's a really good run of Felon. I've loved it. I picked it up at a Play Again Sports and has been in and out of my bag with depending on how I'm feeling with the Felons. And then these, you guys know these are the money run of Verdict. Chris Clemens, pretty flat and very torque resistant, very overstable. Verdict that will be kind of making its way. I'm going to be kind of trading out the Fire and the Verdict, I think, depending on where we are. So that is the in the bag. We got Jed is awake and chewing on a finger.
But he was quiet, so that's good.
Yeah, we were able to finish. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to be posting content all year with Bethany, Jed, and I, and we're very, very excited to get back on the road in 2026 at the end of February. So we'll see you guys out there.